Right, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Wherever you are in the world, it should be one of those times. Who says that you can't have a podcast or even a chat with your followers and your supporters in a car while waiting for your son? And I'm not sure if any of you have done it before, but as you could see, the gunner is in the house. The gunner is in the house. Now guys, welcome to Guna Matters. It's a great day here in Cape Town in South Africa, and what an awesome day. Now, just help a Guna out. Subscribe, hit the bell for all the notifications, and also leave a thumbs up to your Aguna mate. Breaking news, my friend, breaking news. The fans want Stan Kroenke. They want him out. Stan Kroenke, you gotta go, my bruh. You gotta go. You gotta bloody well go. Stan Kroenke and KSE out of Arsenal. Cheers, mate, cheers. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, we want our club back, mate. We want our club back, Stan Kroenke. Now, just a bit of a background on this Bliksem. Oh, Alex, Bliksem means, just what it means is, what is the correct word for a Bliksem? As somebody that you really dislike, I would say. In Afrikaans, they call it "Hy bliksem." You know, that guy I don't like. That sort of, in that sort of context, yes. Now, Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, KSE for short. Is an American sports and entertainment holding company based in Denver, Colorado, originally known as Kroenke Sports Enterprises. It was started in 1999 by businessman Stan Kroenke to be the parent company of his sports holdings. Today, the company has control over 7 professional sports franchises. Now, I mean 7. Arsenal is one of 3 stadiums with 1 under construction, 2 professional esports franchised teams, 4 television channels, an internet TV channel, and 19 magazines, I tell you, 19 magazines, which operate under the badge Outdoor Sportsman's Group. 4 radio stations, which operate under the badge KSE Radio Ventures LLC, and websites. That is what Stan Kroenke and his business KSE is the holding company of. It's a lot of businesses. Arsenal. You don't need Arsenal, my brand. You don't need him, or you don't need us, or you don't need the brand Arsenal. You don't need it. Stan, take your stuff and move on, bruh. Move. Make way for guys that want to really have the club Arsenal in their heart. Not you that want to make all the buck, a quick buck. Now the question it is, what drives Stan Kroenke and KSE? That's the question. What drives the man? An easy answer comes to mind, but you get to answer that. That's your opinion. By the way, your opinion matters on Guna Matters. While as a man who has never spoken to the press, that's Kroenke, much either during his time as Arsenal owner or as the owner of the LA Rams, Denver Nuggets, Colorado Avalanche, and Colorado Rapids. It's difficult to really know. I've never seen him talk about Arsenal, only up until now this week. After the events of the past few days, though, it is pretty safe to make an educated guess. Like I said, I only saw him now a couple of days ago, featuring in all sorts of media highlights, media bantering, if you want to call it that, for the lack of a better word. Yeah, I don't know what about you, but I don't think I haven't seen him talk about any of his sports franchises in an interview by the media or something like that. No, I can't remember I did. Any of you maybe? Yeah, just send us a sort of anything that you can think of that he has been involved in any sort of interview with the media. Now, the European Super League was sold to the supporters by its founders as a way of saving football and giving the fans what they wanted. What do you think I wanted, Stan? Or KSE? Or Venai? What do you think I wanted? It's reported to say that we will help football at every level and take it to its rightful place in the world. I will repeat that. It says, we will help football at every level and take it to its rightful place in the world. Now, this was said from Florentino Perez. By the way, it was reported today, he said that he's not going to stop, and he specifically mentioned Chelsea, Arsenal, and Tottenham Hotspurs. That is the three clubs he has specifically mentioned. I was just about to read anything and I thought, hey, I must go. But nonetheless, we will have to come back to that, what Perez said about those three London clubs. What is about London? I don't know. Apparently, and I think Alex, you will probably agree with me, according to what you guys have been experiencing. My wife has been in London as well before we really got married. And of course, Mr. Altal, London is probably, in your opinion, the best city in the world, I would say. Like I think about Cape Town. Cape Town is the best city in the world. Not that I've been to London myself. But nonetheless, let's continue. Now, football, yes, I said that is what Florentino Perez has announced of the launch just 3 days ago. That was on Sunday. Now, football is the only global sport in the world with more than 4 million fans. And our responsibility as big clubs is to respond to their desires. Perez, Kroenke, Woodward, Glazers, everybody else that thought that you know what the fans want. What do you think we wanted? What do you think we desired? Yes, we desired opportunities to go to the UEFA and maybe win it. That is still a dream of mine, to see my club, Arsenal Football Club, win the UEFA. At this stage, I don't think we probably could get there because of the lack of consistency in our club. But yeah, that is a story for another day. Of course, though, that is not true. I would think that what Perez says, that football is the only global sport in the world with more than 4 billion fans, and our responsibility as big clubs, Real Madrid, Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City, Arsenal, Spurs, Barcelona, Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan, who was the other blocks? Atleti, and I'm not sure who the other one is. Nonetheless, is not important anymore. Those are the clubs, the big clubs that are supposed to know what our, or respond to our desires. Yeah, it's a lot of bull, I tell you. No, I don't think that is a true statement to make. The motivator behind this was just money, I would say, and you all will agree with me, because they want to make millions and billions of rand out of this whole ESL. And that is the only thing that Kroenke and his family or his company is interested in. It's money. They care about money. They don't care about the badge on the chest of the shirt, or the badge is highly designed on the stadium. It is reported that Josh Kroenke may have claimed in 2019 that winning was the ultimate goal in the wake of fierce criticism over a perceived lack of ambition from the #WeCareDoYou movement. We care do you. How's that? Now, pardon me. But if that were really the case, why sign Arsenal up to a competition in which they were more or less certain to lose every single season on a weekly basis? Arsenal would have lost every week, every now and again, if winning was the ultimate for you, Josh Kroenke. Nah, not in my opinion. If that was the case, then don't sign us up for that league, my bro. No. Profits is what drives Kroenke and his company. 10%, 50%, 45%, 30%, whatever profit you can gain, it still hasn't sunk in to understand why a guy like Stan Kroenke want money. I don't understand what the situation is. Yeah, so Stan Kroenke, it is reported that he first started investing in Arsenal in 2007, and he viewed the club as something of a cash cow. Yeah, so let me continue with what it says there, that as per Forbes, Kroenke did not put a penny of his own money into the club, with his investment sustaining itself purely on its revenues generated largely from match days, broadcasting and commercial activities. In fact, in the 2013-14 and 14-15 seasons, Arsenal actually ended up paying KSE 3 million for so-called strategic and advisory services. What a joke. Arsenal had to pay him for his advisory services. Wow. He bought the shares and we have to pay, or rather Arsenal have to pay 3 million for so-called strategic and advisory services. What sort of advice can you give? How to make money, I'm sure. Eventually, though, the money stopped flowing, and unlike the American model that the European Super League tried to move football towards, the financial success and profitability of football clubs is intrinsically linked to sporting performance. To be able to benefit from the lucrative financial benefits of the Champions League, you need to qualify for it. But after more than a decade of mismanagement, the quality of the playing staff has been allowed to decline to such an extent that this is no longer possible. It is pathetic what this guy has come to do here at the Emirates. Pathetic. I don't know. Since he has come in, the club has just deteriorated. It went south. Arsenal need to increase the standard of their squad in order to get back to the levels. But with the Champions League money not forthcoming, they can no longer afford to do it themselves like before. And that gave this Bliksem, again Alex, this guy, that gave him the right to go and sign us up in all sorts of other agreements that is purely for his own gain, for the profits that drives his motivation. The reports is saying further, in fairness to the Americans, they have instead it will be Stan Kroenke and KSE who have to foot the ball. And that is not what he likes. He doesn't like to foot the ball. In fairness, the Americans, they have stepped up the amount they are putting into the club. Reports suggest that their funding played a key role in the deadline day signing of Thomas Partey in the summer last. But having overseen 55 redundancies at the club and asked the players to take a 12.5% wage cut in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, perhaps it is overstating it to assume there is much altruism to the business decisions that Kroenke has made. Now, requesting a 12.5% pay cut from each player, now how come didn't Ozil do that? Instead, they let Oba sign the thing with more money. They had to let go of their staff. Poor Gunnosaurus had to be laid off. I don't know. I really don't know. Knowing that some form of investment was definitely required in the club to make it as profitable as it had been in the past, the Kroenkes must have been absolutely delighted when the genuine prospect of European Super League fell into their lap. Wow, this is an opportunity to get Arsenal back to where it was after I came and brought it to its knees almost. Yes, Kroenke, you came in and you almost brought it to knees, not spending 1 cent of your own money, not 1 cent. Pathetic, man. Go back to Denver. Go back to Denver. Colorado. The United States of Kroenke. Go back to your farm, my friend. Go back to your farm. A competition that promised hundreds of millions each season simply for being in it, where Arsenal's presence were permanently secured by virtue of the removal of the possibility of relegation, seemed to fix all these problems. Again, I think it was on Tuesday night. Des, you said, where's the risk? Where's the reward? There's no risk of being relegated. There's no reward of winning the league or go the Champions League or qualify for Champions League. Where's that? That's not fun. What do you play for? To lose every week? Sorry, my friend. We're a club. We want to build a good team, as it were, with the Invincibles. Why we want to build a club to lose every week? That doesn't make sense. Yes, you will get your money, but doesn't make sense for me as a fan to see how my club progresses. No, doesn't make sense to me, bruh. It was a desperate last bet from the Kroenkes to fix the entire sport of football, to ensure that they wouldn't have to pay for the mess they have made in their ownership of the Gunners. With the Super League now up in flames, though, that possibility is gone, and the question has to be asked: what incentive is left for KSE to carry on its ownership of Arsenal? No incentive. Sell it! Sell the club! Sell 1886! Sell it, my friend. The club announced a £47.8 million loss for the financial year of 2019-2020. And with the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and a season without fans at the Emirates, still uncertain that could well get worse in the one season to come. With the Kroenke out protest gathering momentum and more numerous and furious protests expected ahead on Friday's game with Everton, do the Kroenkes really need the hassle? I would say it's pressure. Give them the pressure. And guys, please, if you go out to the Emirates Stadium on Friday ahead of the game, please don't burn anything up. Don't vandalize anything. Do a protest that you can be heard, that will pressurize the Kroenkes. Please, guys, do it on a respectful manner to the club, that is. Not to vandalize anything, because that's the assets that we're gonna have to use when the Kroenkes has left us. Oh man, I want to read that again. With the hashtag Kroenke out protest gathering momentum and more numerous and furious protests expected on Friday ahead of the game with Everton, do the Kroenkes need the hassle? They need the hassle to move on, to get out of our club, get out of the Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, my friends, I'll tell you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what a story it is. Hashtag Kroenkes out. Hashtag Kroenkes out. Yes, this is Guna Matters. Be sure to subscribe, to hit the notification bell, and leave a thumbs up for Guna Matters. What an awesome badge that is. Leave a thumbs up, my friend. Subscribe to my channel, Guna Matters. It's a channel for Arsenal fans across the globe, where your opinion matters. Fan disconnect or discontent has never stopped. Has never stopped them in remaining steadfast in their desire to remain the owners of Arsenal before. But Arsenal has always been profitable before. So if profits drive the Kroenkes, why are you still at the club if we don't make profit? So get out. Get out, bruh. Now that that is gone, and they will actually have to invest heavily to make the Gunners financially successful again, what is there left to keep the Stan Kroenkes interested? Nothing. So from that evidence we've seen so far, the prospect of winning trophies certainly won't be enough. So I would say, Kroenke, you don't make any profits. now at Arsenal, and because that drives you, there's nothing coming in, which means you're gonna have to spend money to make that money and bring the club to where it used to be. So you either do that or you change your attitude towards the club, but ultimately still get out. I want to say cheers, my friend, bye bye, and hope your other franchises do the same. Because if their fan base is like the Arsenal fan base, I would chase you away. Go and see some sort of thing that you can go invest in, but don't invest in any sports, my bro. Go invest in other entertainment, but not sports, because you're gonna have a fan base that hates you and they will chase you away. So if you were wondering what Stan's gonna do, you're gonna have to wait till my next video. So again, subscribe to the Guna Matters channel, hit the bell for all the notifications, and leave us a thumbs up, because you are a Guna. And if you are not a Guna, I think you should become a Guna. No, I'm kidding. If you're not a Guna and you like this channel because it's all about the footy, the interest in the footy. However, I'm an Arsenal supporter, fan. I will stay an Arsenal fan and I will die an Arsenal fan. So predominantly this is for Arsenal fans all over the globe where your opinion matters. Cheers.